Hi everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back. My name is Stacy. I am the Palladian Awakener. So today let's talk about August horoscopes and let's see what's going on for each and every one of us. Now, just a couple things to note before we get started here. Keep in mind I'm using a whole sign, whole house system. I use Western tropical astrology, so this might not resonate for each and every one of you because everybody seems to resonate with different natal chart house systems. So take what resonates, leave the rest. I do recommend watching for your ascendant sign, your sun sign, and if you want to watch for your moon sign, you can absolutely do that too, to pull all the information together for you. Now, if you'd like a personal reading tailored just for you, you can get in touch with me on my website, and I'll be sure to put the link to that in the description box below. And before we dive into each and every sign, I just want to ramble off some highlights for the month of August before we get started. So, of course, the luminaries this month. We have 2 full moons this month, and then, of course, we have the new moon in Leo, so we're going to talk about that. Also, the sun is moving into the sign of Virgo this month on August the 23rd. We also have Mars moving into Libra at the end of the month. I'm probably going to cover that off in September, not so much this month. This month we'll quickly talk about what that means as he's moving through Virgo right now. Also, Juno, the asteroid of commitment, among other things, she's going to be hopping into Leo on August the 15th. And we do have a Mercury retrograde coming up, guys. August the 23rd, this starts in Virgo at 21 degrees. And also Uranus is going to station retrograde. Uranus is currently in the sign of Taurus. This is going to happen at 23 degrees. Starting on August the 28th. Also, Venus is still retrograde. I'm going to link to that video in the description box below because I actually made an entire video about Venus going retrograde in the sign of Leo. And I'm even going to link to, I have a video about Uranus moving through the sign of Taurus. So I'm going to also link to that in the description box below, so you can check out those videos if you are interested. So let's get started here, and we will start with Aries. Okay, Aries. So let's start off with talking about the luminaries this month. So we have the sun lighting up that 5th house for you. So Aries, your focus this month is going to be on having fun, maybe creative projects, hobbies. Great time to take a vacation. I think I told you that last month too. Really good time to, just spend time outdoors, do anything that you love to do, Aries. Spend time with your kids. If you're a single Aries, romance, dating, flirting, flings, all that good stuff is highlighted this month for you. And then the sun's going to move into your 6th house. So this is probably going to be a time where things start to pick up for you. So this is starting on August 23rd. So day-to-day work, habits, routines, health, pets, also fall in this house as well. So that is going to be your focus for the month of August. Now, the moons this month, we have the first one on August the 1st, and this is lighting up your friendship sector or any group association that you belong to. Now, this full moon on August the 1st is squaring up to Jupiter in your 2nd house. So I'm not too worried about Jupiter squares. I mean, it's still a great benefic, the great benefic Jupiter. So only thing I would say here to you, Aries, is maybe not to overdo it when it comes to friendship circles or groups or memberships that you belong to. And do be mindful about mixing money with these types of groups and associations or whatever that you belong to. So just something to think about. Also, the full moon could also be highlighting, again, creative projects, kids, if you have kids, having fun, what brings you joy, what lights you up, Aries. What else here? And again, if you're single, romance, dating, this could definitely be a highlight for you this month. Now, we do have a new moon in Leo on August the 16th, again, lighting up this really fabulous, fantastic fifth house for you. So new moons, planting those seeds of intention of what you want to bring into your life. So if you are an entrepreneur, Aries, this is the ultimate new moon for you to plant those seeds of intention of what you want to download, create, get going, start a side hustle, start a different type of side hustle, whatever the case may be. Really good time to plant those seeds of intention around August the 16th. Now, this new moon is making a square to Uranus there in your second house of finances. So, Aries, I don't know, you might get a little bit of a surprise around this new moon. And again, it could be good. You know, it is in your money house, so maybe something to do with material possessions or finances or how you earn money. This could be a eureka moment, but this could also be a moment that makes you, you know, shift into high gear, make you move towards that goal, ambition, or again, having fun, spending time with loved ones. Again, romance, dating, maybe someone's going to surprise you out of the blue. So do keep that in mind around August the 16th. And then we have another full moon this month in Pisces. Now, this is a really interesting full moon, Aries, because it's hand in hand with Saturn. So think back to middle of June. Was there something that you wanted to maybe bring to light or that you were trying to move forward with? The reason why I say that is because that's exactly the same degree Saturn went retrograde, middle of June there. So I'm thinking we might have to redo something, go over something again. You might be redoing something that you did back in June, or you could get some more traction on this full moon because it is a culmination point and it is highlighting your hidden house, Aries, but it is also lighting up your sixth house, which is that busy day-to-day work house. This also represents people that work for you if you do own a business, and also just any sort of day-to-day duty responsibility, and Saturn loves that. This could be your health, the health of the body, and also your pets, if you have any pets at all. Now, Mercury always moves very closely with the sun there. So, you know, Mercury moved into Virgo on July the 28th. So wherever Mercury goes is going to energize wherever the sun is already there. So Mercury is just going to infuse that busy house for you, Aries, just ramping up the communication and the text messages and the emails and the phone calls and, you know, maybe short distance trips and travels in your immediate environment, or taking the kids here, taking the kids there, doing sporting events, things like that. Just keeping you busy. That's what Mercury does. Now, Mars continues to travel in your sixth house. Again, just ramping up that day-to-day busyness. Now, Mars is your planet, Aries. So Mars is always sort of like a double-edged sword. Mars is motivation, passion, drive, going after what we want. But Mars can also irritate and frustrate and, you know, give us that really short fuse, basically. So keep that in mind for the rest of the month, because again, this is your really busy house, Aries, and this also represents people that work for you. This also represents work, day-to-day work, your coworkers. So if you find you're pulling your hair out, dealing with people, or maybe you're the one who has a shorter fuse this month, maybe even last month, this is why, because your planet is moving through this really heavy, busy house. So just keep that, just something to keep that, keep it in mind at the back of your skull when you're dealing with people, especially anything to do with work. Now, Venus continues to retrograde in Leo. As I mentioned, I'm going to link to that in this description box below because I'm not going to reiterate that here. I already made an entire video about that. So if you want to go check that out, you can. And just a couple highlights for the month. I love this grand Earth trine that Mars is making this month. It's really incredible. So, and again, this is your planet Aries. So Mars could be, yes, Mars is a malefic, but he could actually be bringing you like material things this month. That's what I'm thinking for you specifically, because he's going to be trining Jupiter there in your house of money, resources, finances, material possessions. And he's going to be trining Uranus. I mean, expect the unexpected when it comes to Uranus. And again, Uranus is shaking up your money house there, Aries, and your material possession house there. And on top of that, Mars is going to be making a trine to Pluto up in your career house, Aries. So I think you're going to have a good, productive August. I'm going to put it out there. Is it going to be 100% easy for all of us? Probably not. But I mean, because again, we're dealing with Mars, we're dealing with Uranus, Pluto. Sometimes we don't know what we're going to get with some of these planets. But all in all, it's a trine, it's harmonious, it's flowing energy. I think, and again, this is happening in Earth sign. So we're going to probably see material, tangible results. And that's what I personally love. Now, a couple transits just to make note of. We're having our second Venus square Uranus this month. We had one last month. We're going to have one this month. We're going to have another one in September. Now, for you specifically, Aries, so this is your fifth house, second house. There's tension here. So this could be tension on a romantic perspective, tension about money, resources, finances. Yeah, partnerships. So maybe even friendships. So again, mixing money with these type of relationships, there could be tension here. But what I like about this aspect is this is the breaking free aspect. This is the final straw aspect. This is kind of like, okay, I'm done. It's time to move on. And it gives us the courage, the motivation, the drive to just get out of, whether it's a relationship, love, business, a friendship, maybe something to do with selling a business or getting away from certain material possessions that have been weighing you down, Aries. I mean, the list could go on, but basically this is a story that's unfolding as part of Venus retrograde in the sign of Leo. And again, we're going to have this aspect again in September. So if nothing happens this month for you, Aries, you might see something manifest in one or these areas of life in September or October. And this Mars opposing Neptune transit around August 22nd there. Also watch out for this energy. This is really interesting energy. We have the planet of motivation, passion, drive, your planet facing off with Neptune, the planet of like fogginess and dreaminess. It's the higher octave of Venus. How I picture this aspect is, a boxer in a boxing ring, and it's foggy and it's dark, and they're just throwing their fists everywhere, but they have no idea what's on the other side or who is on the other side or what is on the other side. So that's how I picture this transit. Is just very confusing. It could be, I'm not going to lie, it could be frustrating. It could bring out anger. Like you don't even know what you're angry at, could be. Aries, especially you, because this is happening in that hidden house, the 12th house in Pisces, and that very busy, active day-to-day house in your 6th house. So I mean, if you're frustrated and angry, Aries, you might have to take a time out, a step back and be like, okay, what am I upset about? Like, do watch out for projecting your anger onto other people. just because you might find something boiling and brewing under the surface and you don't have an idea what the hell's going on. So just gut check yourself when you get into that mode, because yeah, this is an opposition. This is a rebalancing of some sort. And again, this is happening in that heavy day-to-day busyness house. And keep in mind, this is also your health, your physical health, and your pets as well. So yeah, I'm thinking this might even just be psychological for you, Aries, but anyway, just be mindful of this energy. If you're finding things are bubbling up to the surface and you don't know where they're coming from or what's going on, this is just a rebalancing of something in your life. And again, big news carried forward from last month. We have the nodes squaring Pluto. And the nodes the North Node just moved into your sign, Aries. So I talked about it last month. You're up for some huge transformation over the next 18 months. And this square is very faded. It's hitting very, very faded angles in your chart, like huge. This is affecting you personally, physically, on a soul level. Your relationships, this is hitting all your relationships. So home, family, foundation, love, business relationships, and this is hitting your career, public reputation, and also your parental access. So mom, dad, authority figures in your life, Aries. So this energy, this tension is going to continue in the month of August. It's faded. It's meant to be. I don't really think there's much we can do about it. It's written in the stars for us, Aries. So what we have to do is just roll with it. We have to just roll with this energy until it passes. And I think this energy will be with us August, maybe even in September, but just keep in mind as the nodes move away from this tension with Pluto, the energy will dissipate. But I mean, be excited, Aries. Get excited. Something's changing. Something is transforming. And for you specifically, definitely hitting very key areas of your life. Okay, Taurus. So Taurus, let's talk about the luminaries this month first. So your focus this month for August is going to be on home, family, foundation, maybe even the past. And then on August the 23rd, the sun moves into your 5th house, lighting up basically a lighter house for you, Taurus. So having fun, creativity. If you're single, this is romance, this is dating, this is spending time with your children. If you have children, this is diving into those creative projects, creative downloads. Mercury is there as well, energizing this house for you. Mercury always follows the sun very, very, very closely, except in retrogrades. But Mercury is in here as well, sort of invigorating this 5th house energy for you. So I love this for you, Taurus, because these energies will be trining your personal planets, placements, points, whatever you're watching for right now. So this is beautiful, harmonious energy for you this month. Now, we have a full moon in Aquarius, and this is lighting up your career house, Taurus. So this is coming to a culmination point, coming to something coming to light, coming to fruition around August the 1st, maybe before, maybe after. And really, the only aspect to this full moon is Jupiter there in your 1st house. So this really could, touch any area of your life, Taurus, because this is all about you. But I mean, obviously, there could have a flavor of career, mom and dad, something to do with mom and dad, authority figures in your life, home, family, foundation. Could have something to do with your resources and finances as well. So the only thing I would watch out for is excess. Jupiter squares, I mean, there's nothing wrong with them, but they can bring too much of a good thing. If there's such thing as that, too much of a good thing, Taurus. So just be mindful of that around the end of July, beginning of August. Also, Taurus, watch out for burnout. Yeah, watch out for burnout. Don't go too hard. I mean, unless you want to. I mean, I'm just here to warn. But yeah, do watch out for burnout in the workplace, Taurus, or whatever it is that you put out in the public eye, even if it's your, um, for some reason, babysitter came into mind. Even if you're a babysitter, there's such thing as getting burnt out in any type of uh, career, vocation, whatever you do on a day-to-day. Now, we have a new moon in Leo, August the 16th, again, lighting up this 4th house for you. This is where you plant those seeds of intention of what you want to bring into your life for the next 6 months or so. And this new moon is squaring Uranus again in your 1st house. So I don't know, Taurus, expect the unexpected is what I can say around this new moon. And again, this is a key area of life for you. So this could be, this could be home, family, foundation, partnerships, you personally, and also you professionally as well. So around August 16th, there might be some surprises coming your way. And then we have another full moon in Pisces, and this is holding hands with Saturn in the sky, which is really interesting. Think back to June. Was there anything to do with new friendship circles, old friendship circles, groups, members, associations that you belong to? Anything that you were trying to get off the ground, or something happened, or you were stuck and restricted in some way, shape, or form? Because something might come to light around this full moon, again, at the end of August. Something might come to light. You might get some traction. Something might crystallize here. Something might manifest here. So I'm going to look at this as a good thing, because sometimes, well, not sometimes, if we work with Saturn, Saturn will reward us bigger than Jupiter rewards can be. But yeah, Saturn, you got to put in the work. Definitely have to put in the work. And Taurus, I don't think I have to tell you about putting in the work, right? Okay, we already talked about Mercury. Mars continues to trek along in Virgo there, again, lighting up that 5th house for you of romance, dating, if you're single, romance, dating. Put yourself out there, Taurus. If you haven't already done so, I would suggest to do that. And also children, creativity, self-expression, getting that hobby off the ground, putting yourself out there, not only from a romantic perspective, if you're single, but from a business perspective as well. Mars will give you the motivation to get things done. And also really good time, Taurus, to kick back and have some fun as well. Take advantage of this energy. Go for a hike, get your fingers in the soil, get that garden going, or, what do you call it? Like redo landscaping, things like that is really good time, really good month to get things like that done. Venus continues her retrograde in Leo. I made a separate video about that, so I'm not going to really talk about that here. I'll put the link to that in the description box below. Now, highlights for the month. Speaking of Mars, Mars is making some really incredible aspects this month. So there's a grand Earth trine. You are an Earth sign, Taurus. So this energy is so harmonious for you. Like, this is extra. This is how I'm going to take it. Yes, Mars is a malefic, but Mars is making harmonious, beautiful aspects to these heavy hitters in the sky, and they're happening in Earth signs. So this is extra oomph for not only all of us, but especially the Earth energies, because this is trining your energy, and for Capricorn and for Virgo. So we have Mars trining Jupiter, Uranus, and Pluto this month. Now, this is lighting up, again, you personally as a human, your physical body, and again, highlighting that romance house, fun, dating, children, creativity. And Pluto is up there in your 9th house of, international travels, pushing yourself outside of that comfort zone. This is legal matters, the law, citizenship, immigration, paperwork, higher education, teaching, learning, things like that. So I feel like Taurus, something will manifest this month for you in one or more of those areas of life, or you're going to get some more traction on one or more areas of that I just mentioned there. Now we're having our second Venus square Uranus. We had one in July, we're going to have one this month, and we're going to have another one in September. So this is a breaking free aspect, Taurus. And again, I talk about this a little bit more in my Venus retrograde video, but in short, Taurus, this is breaking free of giving you the courage to break free of something. So this could be something to do with your home, family, foundation, and also you. This could also be something to do with you, your physical body, and what you want on a soul level, like what your soul's expression. There's a tension here that something has got to give in these areas of your life. This could also be a work matter, maybe even something to do with work as well, Taurus, or whatever it is that you do on a day-to-day, like day-to-day duty, responsibility. Now, we do have Mars opposing Neptune around August 22nd. I'm not a fan of this energy. The way I picture this is like a boxer in a boxing ring, and he or she is wailing away at thin air because they can't see. It's pitch black, it's foggy, they don't know what's on the other side of them. They don't know if it's a human or a thing or who knows. So this is kind of tricky energy, and this is falling in your 11th house of friends, groups, associations, and then that fun, lighthearted 5th house. So Taurus, do be mindful when it comes to friendship groups, associations, circles that you belong to. There might be a restriction or frustration in some way, shape, or form. Maybe your kids, you'll feel restricted by your kids if you have kids, or feel restricted or boxed in some way, shape, or form when it comes to maybe a hobby or having fun. Like maybe you're sitting there saying, well, I can't have fun because I have all these duties and responsibilities and blah, 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 blah. And who knows, Taurus. But I'm just saying, be mindful of this energy. It can be frustrating. It is a rebalancing. And again, we're dealing with the two malefics in the sky. So, something, I don't want people to panic over it, but just something to take note of, again, around August the 22nd. And a continuation from last month, we talked about the North Node squaring Pluto. Now, the North Node just moved away from your sign, Taurus, and this is lighting up a hidden house for you. This could also be hitting that 9th house of higher education, teaching, learning, law, immigration, status, long distance travels, trips, training, things like that. And this is also hitting your work house of day-to-day duties, responsibilities, pets, your health as well. So yeah, just be mindful of this energy, Taurus. This is going to be ongoing throughout August and probably into September. As time goes on, the energy is going to obviously, dissipate and ease off of all of us. But this is very fated, destined energy. This is meant to be energy. So there's nothing we can really do about it per se, besides just lean into it, feel it, and just move through the motions. Just move with it, go with it, because it's fated, it's meant to be, it's destiny. And yeah, if things are opportunity, like this is making you move aspect. This aspect's going to make you move. So things are going to come across your path and you'll have some decisions to make, Taurus. Okay, Gemini. So Gemini, let's talk about the luminaries this month. So we have the sun lighting up your 3rd busy house of community, short distance travel, trips, anything to do with your immediate environment, your neighborhood, your siblings, your cousins, your neighbors, your relatives. That's going to be the focus this month. And then the sun is going to pop into your 4th house, August the 23rd. And this is going to put a spotlight on home, family, foundation, your roots, your property, and maybe even the past. So that's going to be the focus this month, Gemini, for you. And also Mercury is right now in your 4th house of home, family, foundation. So this is going to just energize. Wherever Mercury goes, Mercury usually is like very, very close to the sun. So Mercury is going to energize this 4th house for you and just put in some extra chatter, some extra movement, maybe, amping up that short distance travel around your immediate environment, your immediate community. Now the moons this month, we have a full moon lighting up your 9th house. Speaking of travel, long distance travel is highlighted here. Also legal matters is highlighted here, and teaching, training, learning, higher education, citizenship, immigration, international matters. This is the house of pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, Gemini. So something is being lit up here. The only thing is it is making a square to Jupiter. Jupiter is in your hidden house right now. So, I mean, this could simply just be, usually this is excess, a Jupiter square is usually like going overboard. So I don't see this as a bad thing, Gemini, for you, especially being in that hidden house. This is like having an angel on your shoulder for the next 12 months. So lucky you, Gemini. But do watch out for overdoing it. Maybe, if you're traveling overseas or if you're traveling long distances, just watch out for just in general overdoing it and getting burnt out from that perspective. Like, don't forget to fit in some breaks there, Gemini. Now, we do have a new moon in Leo. And again, this is lighting up that 3rd house of siblings, cousins, neighbors, your immediate environment, your immediate community. This is also the mind. This is also education, learning, teaching. So plant those seeds of intention, Gemini. What do you want to manifest for yourself in this area of life over the next 6 months? Now, this new moon is making a square up to Uranus in your 12th house. Again, that's a hidden house. So, when we're dealing with Uranus, it's like expect the unexpected. So you might have an aha moment. You might have, if you're working with like a therapist or a counselor or something like that, or therapy of some kind, you might have an aha moment, as an example. But all in all, this is just expect the unexpected. Also watch technology. You might have little bits of blips and funky things going on maybe around the 16th. But again, the energy is going to pass pretty quickly because the moon moves very fast. Now we have a full moon in Pisces at the end of August. This is an interesting one because it's holding hands with Saturn, and Saturn is all about restriction, delays, slowing things down. Think back to middle of June. Was there something you were trying to get traction on, Gemini? Was there something you were trying to get going in your career, or something to do with your parents? Or authority figures, or getting something off the ground? You might see something come to light around the end of August. And this could also involve home, family, foundation, property, the past. Might have a flavor of that as well. Finances also might be tied in here. This is more so like other people's resources or finances, or shared resources and finances. Something might come to light here, or crystallize, or like you're going to see something manifest. It might not be grandiose, may or may not be, because again, it is Saturn. So, I mean, Saturn likes to take its time. Saturn likes us to put in the work, then he will show rewards to us. We already talked about Mercury. Mars continues his trek in your 4th house of home, family, foundation. So again, Mars is a beautiful energy of motivation, passion, drive. Without Mars, we would not go after what we want, Gemini. So, but Mars is a double-edged sword because Mars also rules like anger, aggression, frustration. It is the warrior planet after all. So being down there in the fourth house, I'm going to take a guess that it hasn't been the easiest for you, Gemini. And this is also hitting your parental access. So mom, dad, authority figures in your life. And then again, your immediate home environment. This also rules the past or property. Maybe there's some things you've had to fix around the home. So anyway, the spotlight is definitely going to be on, as I mentioned earlier, your fourth house this month, because Mars is definitely activating that house for you as well. Venus continues her retrograde this month in Leo. I made a separate video about this, Gemini. I'll link to that below. I'm not going to really talk about it here, but if you're interested, go check out that video and what that means for you. Now, a couple highlights for the month. Speaking of Mars, Mars is making a grand Earth trine to several big players in the sky. So we have Mars trining up to Pluto, Jupiter, and Uranus. And I do love this because this is hitting your financial house, Gemini. So, but this is other people's resources. So this is income that you generate from other resources, like other people, basically. Whether this is, you know, your business, your personal business, or if you work for someone. So this could be bonuses, commissions coming your way. This could be something to do with shared resources. I'm looking at this as a positive aspect. Yes, Mars is a malefic, but we're dealing with some big heavy hitters in the sky, like Pluto, Jupiter, and Uranus. And this grand Earth trine is hitting that quieter 12th house for you, Gemini. So just be on the lookout for like downloads, inspiration, aha moments. Actually, really good time if you're into renovations, you know, renovating your home. Maybe that is going to be completed for you by the end of August. That would look good. And it looks like the resources are there if you need to take out a loan in some way, shape, or form when it comes to family or living situation or parents or parental units, things like that. Mars is opposing Neptune around August the 22nd. I'm not a fan of this aspect. And for you, Gemini, this is hitting those really key areas of your life. So your career, your public reputation, your status, whatever it is you do or put out in the world for people to see, like the public eye. That's where Saturn is right now. And then you have, again, Mars down in that fourth house of home, family, foundation. So this could be a frustrating aspect for you, Gemini. This is also the parental, maybe parents or parental units in your life or authority figures in your life. Things might get frustrating around this time, Gemini. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. To me, this is like I picture a boxer in a boxing ring, and they're just wailing their fists into the air, and it's all foggy and it's dark and it's misty, and they don't know what's on the other side. They don't even know what they're fighting. They don't even know what they're fighting for. So keep that in mind, because this is a rebalancing aspect when it comes to maybe for you, Gemini, it's work-life balance. You know, it's taking some time off. It's maybe rejuvenating yourself, your mental health, Gemini. Maybe you have to take a step back and take a break. But yeah, rebalancing is definitely in order here for you this month. And we talked about it last month. There is a square going on with the nodes. This is going to continue into August. This started in July. This is an aspect of tension. This is an aspect of, this is going to make you move. So now for you, the nodes just shifted into your 11th house of friendships, groups, associations that you belong to. And the South Node is down there in your 5th house of children, creativity, romance, dating, creative projects, creative self-expression. So, and then Pluto is there in your 8th house of shared resources, Gemini. So something has got, this is a tension aspect. So something's going to shift, something's going to move. This is fated. This is meant to be. I don't know if there's a lot we can do to prevent this energy. What I suggest is we have to go with the flow. We have to just go with it. As things come up, we got to deal with it. Things come up, we got to deal with it. So, and again, for you, groups, memberships, associations, or close friendship circles, something to do with shared resources and property, finances. This could also be debt, taxes, loans, mortgages, and fifth house. So children, creativity, having fun, what lights you up, creative projects, hobbies, romance, dating. So things like that, Gemini. And then I think I missed Venus square Uranus. Yeah, so this is our second aspect. We had the first one in July, and then we have one this month, and then we're going to have another one in September. This is a tension aspect again. So something's got to give in your third house of the mind, communication, how you communicate, how you relate to others. And this is also like community, your immediate community and neighbors, siblings, cousins, relatives. And then Uranus is in that 12th house. So this is, again, a hidden house. And this is all about subconscious, things that you can't see, secrets. So something's got to give here, Gemini. Something's got to give. This is a tension aspect. I have no doubt you're feeling this already. Something's got to change, shift, pivot. And this will motivate you to break free. This is a breaking free aspect of something that is holding you back with a third house matter and a hidden matter. And whether it's psychological or a secret you're keeping or holding, or, you know, pay attention to your dreams also, Gemini. They might, I actually have no doubt with Jupiter and Uranus in here, you're going to have some really incredible, vivid dreams. And I would keep a dream journal if you're interested in that, or record your dreams in some way, shape, or form. You could get some really cool downloads and messages as well. Cancer. Okay, Cancer. So let's talk about the luminaries this month. Let's talk about what is going to be your focus. So the sun is currently in your second house of material possessions, how you make money, how you earn money, Cancer. Work. This also covers work as well. Whatever you put out there in the world and get paid to do, basically. So that's going to be the focus for August. And then the second half of August, the sun moves into your third house of community, the mind, how you communicate with other people. This is also transportation, short distance trips and travels around your immediate environment. This is siblings, cousins, neighbors. So this is going to be another focus for you the other half of August and then into September. Now we have a full moon in Aquarius, and this is lighting up your 8th house of shared resources, shared property, taxes, debts, loans. Now this is making a square to Jupiter. Not the end of the world. Just watch out for excess, Cancer. Watch out for excess. And for you, just be mindful of mixing money with friendships, new and old, or groups and associations that you belong to. Just be mindful of that. We have a new moon in Leo, and this is happening around August the 16th. So this is, again, lighting up that financial axis for you, Cancer, this month. So this is planting those seeds of intention when it comes to material possessions, resources, money, work, income, things like that. It is squaring up to Uranus in your 11th house, so you might get some unexpected surprise around the middle of the month, Cancer. So nothing to be alarmed about, but I just wanted to put it out there because this, again, Uranus is expect the unexpected, so you just don't really know what you're going to get sometimes with that planet. But anyway, just something to be mindful of. And then we have a full moon in Pisces lighting up that 9th house of, you know, this is long distance travel. This is citizenship, immigration, paperwork, legal matters. This is higher learning, higher teaching, education. Yeah, sorry, I just had a brain blank there. But this is just lighting up the top of your chart. Religion, that's what I was going to say. Religion, Cancer. Now, the interesting thing is it's holding hands with Saturn. Saturn is a bit of a restricted planet. So think back to middle of June. You know, what was going on in your life? Was there anything that you were trying to get off the ground from a ninth house perspective and you just couldn't, or it was getting frustrated or something like that, or you were getting frustrated in some way, shape, or form? So anyway, this might be sort of like a next step or an illumination or like an aha moment. Yeah. So just be mindful of this energy. I don't see this as a bad energy. I'm sort of curious how this is going to manifest for us, because it is holding hands with Saturn, and Saturn, again, Saturn wants us to put in the work. You know, Saturn doesn't make it exactly easy for us. So hopefully your hard work, Cancer, in something that maybe started in June will either pay off this month at the end of the month, or you'll at least see something manifest, like some traction moving forward versus moving backwards in a situation. Now, Mercury is also, Mercury follows the sun very closely. So Mercury is also going to be invigorating that communication house for you. So again, short distance travel, trips, driving around, or walking around, or whatever the case may be. And also chatting up your neighbors. Maybe you're getting some new neighbors or something like that. So you're chatting up your neighborhood. The focus will be on your immediate environment versus, you know, versus say long distance travel, training, trips. But with that said, you do have a full moon also in your international house, so to speak, as well. Now, Mars continues to also travel through this house. So definitely big focus this month for you, Cancer, on that third house. And Mars is a double-edged sword. So Mars can, yes, invigorate, motivate, give us passion, action, drive, but Mars can also irritate us as well and separate things of that nature. So just keep that in mind with Mars in there. Mars can also, you know, frustrate. Watch out for road rage or anything like that. Back off. Back off if you're feeling that road rage come up, Cancer. Or, you know, if you find it frustrating getting around your immediate environment or community because of construction or whatever, or delays or detours, just take a breath, Cancer. Take a breath. It's not worth it. It's not worth getting into an accident or a fender bender, right? And then Venus continues her retrograde in Leo. I made a separate video about that. I'll link to it below if you are interested, and you can check out what that means for you specifically, Cancer. Couple highlights for the month. Really, really, really nice energy with, speaking of Mars, is making a grand Earth trine. I love, love, love this for the water signs especially. And well, I love this for all of us because it's a grand Earth trine. So it's like manifestation. It's like something coming into form. Even though Mars is a malefic, but still Mars is the planet of action. So for you, Cancer, this is something materializing possibly from a business partner perspective, a love potential, or bringing the spice back in your relationship, the passion, and also maybe, you know, meeting some really great new friends. New friendship circles could surprise you, new and old. And also this is the house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, what your long-term goals are. So this is really beautiful, beautiful energy. And this energy is also sextiling your planets, placements, points, whatever you're watching for right now for Cancer. And we have Venus squaring Uranus. Now I talk about this a little bit in my Venus retrograde video. We're going to have 3 of these transits because she's going, you know, back and forth in Leo. Now for you specifically, Cancer, this is a breaking free of something. And And this is hitting your financial house, your work house, material possession house, and then up in your 11th house of friends, groups, associations, memberships, community. So something has to give here, Cancer. Like something has to, you have to break free from something. And this transit is going to help you do this, at least I'm going to say by September, October timeframe. If nothing happens this month, something will probably give in September, October timeframe. And then we have Mars opposing Neptune. I'm not a fan of this transit. How I look at this transit, Cancer, is like a boxer in a boxing ring, and they are throwing fists in the air. They don't know what they're fighting for or fighting, period, because it's dark, it's misty. They can't see anything, they can't hear anything. So this is a rebalancing, Cancer. And this is, speaking of transportation and traveling and trips, this is hitting those houses for you. So try not to get frustrated when it comes to traveling or how you get around on a day-to-day basis, or dealing with siblings, cousins, neighbors, dealing with maybe the government or religion, or something to do with religious affiliations, the legal system. Again, traveling, make sure you have all your paperwork with you, things like that, because this could be a frustrating aspect for all of us, Cancer. It's just that it's hitting us in different houses, right? So just be mindful of this energy around August the 22nd. Also, if you are out of country around this time, please be careful. Like, don't go wandering down dark back alleys, or don't go wandering around at night where you don't know the area you're in, especially if you're in international borders, basically. Like if you're like really away from home, really out of your comfort zone, be very, very mindful of your surroundings if you are traveling, especially if you're traveling at this time. And then we have the nodal square. So I talked about this last month, Cancer. For you specifically, yeah, these are hitting very key areas of your life. So again, career, public reputation. This is also hitting the parental axis for you. This is home, family, foundation, relationships in business, love, and then this could affect you personally, your physical body, your soul's intention, so to speak. So again, Cancer, this is ongoing from July. We talked about it last month. This is going to keep going in August. This is a fated energy. These are fated changes. These are fated, meant to be aspects, because we're dealing with the nodes of fate and destiny, and we're dealing with Pluto, which is like the Lord of the underworld. He is the Lord of transformation. He is the definition of rebirth, regeneration. So just keep that in mind, Cancer, that something is obviously changing under the surface. And I feel like for you in particular, this aspect, just the way it's hitting your angles, this should be quite obvious. You should know exactly what I'm talking about. So, and again, this energy will dissipate, you know, as we move along throughout the year. But yeah, it's going to be pretty intense for July, August, and I'm even going to say September. We'll even feel this energy. But all we can do is lean into the energy, Cancer. I'm not saying be fearful of it and hide under a rock. You have to just lean into it. We have to lean into this energy because it's just change. It's more change coming down the pipe. We have to just train ourselves to lean in and just go with the flow. Things come up, we deal with it. Things come up, we deal with it. So just try to have that mindset, and you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine, Cancer. Leo. Okay, Leo. So you, are you having the time of your life, Leo? I hope so. I hope you're taking advantage of your birthday season. So I want to wish all the Leos out there a very happy, wonderful birthday if you're celebrating in the month of August. So Leo, let's talk about the luminaries first. So Leo, this is all about you. This is all about you. Your soul's intention, you're in the spotlight for sure. Now, starting on the 22nd, the sun will move into your money house. So you have a lot of action going on in your money house. You got Mars there, you got Mercury there. So you got a lot of focus this month on your material possessions, resources, how you make money, how you earn money, all about the money this month, Leo. So I have no doubt the focus is going to be on you and then your money. So that's not a bad thing at all. Now we do have a full moon in Aquarius this month, and that's your opposite sign. So this full moon is all about partnerships. This could be love, business, or friendship. And it is making a square to Jupiter. Not the end of the world, because it's Jupiter, the great benefic, but watch out for burnout, Leo. That's what I would caution you against, is just watch out for burnout, going overboard, trying to please everybody and their brother and their mother and their sister and your boss and your boss's boss and your boss's partner. Pfft. Leo, watch out for stuff like that. Just that's the only downfall I see about this full moon. And do take care of your health. I know you probably don't want to hear that right now because you're out there partying and celebrating it up and living it up. But just be mindful. Just be mindful of this, Leo. And then we do have your new moon on August the 16th. So this is your new moon, Leo. So set those intentions, set those birthday wishes. What do you want to bring into your life within the next 6 months or so when we have the Leo full moon? So what do you want to bring into your life? This could be something about you, your physicality, your body, your personality, your style, your dress. Maybe you want to get in shape, maybe something to do with a partner. You want to attract in a love relationship, a business relationship. Yeah, Leo, go nuts. Make those birthday wishes this month. Even if your birthday doesn't fall around August 16th, this is your new moon. Whatever you're watching for right now, ascendant, sun, moon, this is your new moon. So plant those seeds of intention. Oh, and also this new moon is making a square to Uranus up in your 10th house of career. This is also parents, parental units, parent figures, mom, dad, whoever in your life, authority figures, again, your boss. So expect the unexpected, Leo, maybe around the 16th, and you might get a surprise. Who knows? I don't know. With Uranus, you never freaking know. But for you, it could be something to do with your career, public reputation, parents, whatever it is that you put out there in the world. Then we have a full moon, a second full moon in Pisces at the end of August. This is lighting up again that financial house for you, Leo. So if you've been stuck or stagnant on something that you were trying to make happen in June, you might see something come to light this month. That's how I'm looking at this lumination, because it's hand in hand with Saturn. Saturn is delays and restrictions and things like that, but it's a full moon. So it's got to illuminate something, even if it's an aha moment, or even if it's like, well, Jesus, that's where my money's going. What the hell's going on? Like, it could be just something simple as that too. This is your shared resources. This, might shine a light on maybe your partner's blowing money like crazy on, I don't know, eating out 5 times a week, and it's just coming to light now. I don't know, things like that. That's kind of a goofy example, but it's the only one that came to mind. So again, nothing to worry about, Leo, but just be mindful of this, because this is definitely lighting up your financial axis there. And I'm really hoping something's going to crystallize for you, Leo, like something's going to manifest, come into light, and you're going to get some traction on something that maybe you started in June. Now, Mercury, as we talked about, is in your second house of money. So that's just amping up communication, transportation matters, just overall busyness and chit chatter and emails and text messages, ramping up that second house of money, income, resources, material possessions. Mars is in here as well, giving you the action, the motivation, the passion, the drive to go after money, or maybe something to do with your material possessions. Either, I got kind of two messages there, either downsizing, like getting rid of what you don't need, or this could be you blowing more money. I know when Mars goes through a money house, it seems like we burn through cash really fast. But it's Virgo. So, I mean, you know, Mars is a double-edged sword. So just be mindful of that, Leo. And Venus continues her retrograde in your sign. I'm not really going to talk about it here because I already made an entire separate video about that. I'll link to that in the description box below. Now, just a couple highlights for the month. Speaking of Mars, I love the fact that Mars is making a grand Earth trine this month. And for you, specifically, Leo, this is hitting, again, a money house. This is hitting your 10th house of career, public reputation, your status. Again, parental units here, mom, dad, authority figures in your life, and that busy day-to-day house where Pluto is. And also this represents pets and your health, your diet, your routines. So I'm hoping, Leo, something's going to crystallize for not only you, but everybody in various different parts of the sky. So for you, hopefully it's career, bonuses, maybe raises, money coming your way, maybe promotion, change in status, so marriages, or again, promotions, or getting new careers, getting new jobs, Leo, redefining who you are in the public eye, you know, could be a possibility as well. So I'm looking at this as a positive, regardless of, yes, we're dealing with Mars. He's a malefic. He can cause, he's a shit disturber. He can cause problems, but I'm looking at this as a positive because Mars is action, motivation, passion, drive. And if we didn't have that, all of us would be couch potatoes, is the way I look at it. So we have Venus square Uranus. We have the second one this month. We had the first one in July, second one now, well, in August, and then the last one is in September. So for you specifically, Leo, again, this is tension coming from your career house. Something's got to give, something's got to change. This could be a relationship with a coworker, a boss. This could be love as well, is a possibility, or something to do with money. And this transit, Leo, is going to make you move. It's going to make you move. It's a tension aspect. So this is breaking free of, for example, a stagnant job and getting a better job, a higher paying job, or breaking free of a business partnership or a love relationship, something along those lines. These are just examples, Leo. So do be mindful of that. If nothing happens this month, well, then I have a feeling something's going to give in September or October when Venus makes this square again. And we have Mars opposing Saturn. I'm not a fan, or sorry, Mars opposing Neptune. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of this aspect. The way I picture this is a boxer in a boxing ring throwing fists in the fog and the dark, and they can't see anything. It's confusing. They don't even know what they're fighting for. So for you, Leo, this is hitting your financial access. So just be mindful of this energy. Be mindful of where your money is going, because maybe once this transit passes, or maybe once Mars hits Libra, you're going to be like, whoa, like, where did all my money go? Why am I in so much debt? I mean, with Neptune in the 8th house, hopefully Neptune is helping you dissolve that debt, but I can also see that sneaking up on Leos as well. So just be mindful. This is a rebalancing when it comes to your finances, someone else's finances, you know, a client's resources, like, again, how you earn money, how you make money. And yeah, this could go in so many different ways, Leo, but I'm trying to keep these videos short. But just be mindful of this energy around August the 22nd. And then we talked about it last month. The nodes are squaring Pluto. This is very fated. This is very destined feel to it, karma. This is kind of like the energy of you got to just lean into it, Leo. All of us have to lean into it. This is affecting all of us on some level, personally and collectively. All we can do is lean into it, lean into that change. And for you specifically, this is hitting your communication houses, your teaching houses, your travel houses, transportation houses, religion, law, legal matters, anything that pushes you outside of your comfort zone. This is also your immediate community, Leo, and this is involving your day-to-day work. As I mentioned earlier, reinventing yourself. What do you want to do? 9 to 5 or whatever. Do you want to drop that job? Do you want to move on to something different? Do you want to go bigger, better, badder? You know, the sky's the limit here because Pluto is reworking that crazy busy 6th house for you. Is it health? Is it health matters? Is it pets? Is it changing up your routines in some way, shape, or form? So yeah, I could go on and on here, Leo, but just lean into this change. We're all going through it on some level. It's just hitting us in different angles depending on your personal birth chart. But all in all, fated, meant to be energy. So lean into it and just get excited, Leo. Get excited for the change. Virgo. Virgo, if you're celebrating a birthday this month, I want to wish you a very happy birthday and a fantastic year ahead. So Virgo, let's talk about the luminaries. Let's talk about what the sun is doing first. So the sun is lighting up that quieter house for you, Virgo. So the start of August might have been quieter for you, maybe taking some vacation, taking a spa day, taking some time off, taking a mental health break from whatever, the craziness, the busyness. But really taking care of your mental health is sort of illuminated this month. And then of course on the 23rd of August, you are going to get your groove back, Virgo. This is where the sun moves into your sign, lighting up your planets, points, placements, angles, whatever it is that you are personally watching for right now. And it's full on. It's full on. You got Mercury there, you got Mars there. Actually, with Mars there, you might have had a not so quiet month with Mars in your first house. So anyway, just depending on how this energy is hitting you personally, I guess. But that's going to be your focus, Virgo. Once the sun pops into your sign, it's going to be like full on. Let's get going. This could touch all areas of your life, and you're going to just be motivated, driven, and ready to move, ready to be of service. Now, the full moons this month. We have our first full moon, August the 1st, in Aquarius. You know, lighting up that busy house for you, Virgo. My only caution would be is to not burn yourself out because it is making a square to Jupiter up there in your 9th house. So just be mindful of that. Don't get too burnt out when it comes to day-to-day matters. Be conscious of your health, your routines. This also is the house of pets. So just be aware of that. I also heard siblings, which is interesting. That's more of a 3rd house matter, but I did hear siblings, so I'm gonna say that. Now we do have a new moon in Leo, middle of August, and again, this is lighting up that hidden house for you. So this could be, you know, psychological. This could be dreams. This could be magic. This could be, you know, taboo topics, off the what do you call it? Sort of like off the chart topics or away from prying eyes sort of things. So, you know, spirituality, things like that. So if there's anything you want to bring into fruition 6 months from now, Virgo, if you're working on a spirituality quest or meditation or anything like that, or maybe taking more you time, this is a time to do it. Plant those seeds of intention, and then actually a really good new moon too to just take it easy and relax. The only thing is it's squaring Uranus. So expect the unexpected, and Uranus is up there with Jupiter in your 9th house of long distance traveling, training, citizenship, legal matters, teaching, higher education, things like that. So when you're dealing with Uranus, I always say expect the unexpected. But if you are into spirituality, Virgo, this did pop into my head where you could get some really cool downloads at this new moon specifically. So if you're open to that, be open to that. You could also get some really cool intuitive hits or downloads as well, because Uranus and Jupiter, for that matter, are really trying to get you to push yourself outside of your comfort zone, Virgo, not only for the next year, but Uranus is going to be in here until 2026. Now, we talked about Mercury a little bit. Mercury always follows closely with the sun. So Mercury is just going to invigorate that first house for you for the rest of August. And then Mars continues his trek in your sign, Virgo. I have no doubt waking you up in more than one way. So again, wherever Mars goes, you know, our passion, action, motivation, drive ramps up. It's also a double-edged sword, though, dealing with Mars. So Mars also increases anger, frustration. Mars separates things. Also watch your physical health and well-being, because Mars can create inflammation in the body, especially when he is transiting your first house. So especially if you're watching for your ascendant sign, this would definitely be more probable for you, Virgo, if you have your ascendant in this sign. So just watch out for that. Venus continues her retrograde in your 12th house there in Leo. I'm going to link to that in the description box below, because I made an entire video about this. If you want to go check it out, you can certainly do that. And just a couple highlights for the month, Virgo. I love this for all the earth signs. We have a grand earth trine with Mars. So I hope I'm taking this energy higher. I'm very hopeful we're going to get some traction with this energy. Virgo, if you're single, you could meet someone new, because this could be lighting up your romance dating house and having fun. This is also creativity. You're going to get motivated, passionate about creative projects, hobbies, maybe turning that side hustle into a full-time business, or turning a hobby into a side hustle is another possibility as well. And this is lighting up your, you know, travel house, your long distance traveling, citizenship, immigration, education, teaching, training, religion. So really, if you are traveling at this time, Virgo, you can actually have some really cool experiences in August. Some really like shocking, surprising experiences. Again, this is the house of pushing you outside of your comfort zone, Virgo. So yeah, enjoy that. I think, again, I think this is going to be a good month for manifestation, I'm hoping, because again, we're dealing with so much earth energy, like a ton of earth energy. So yeah, whatever you're watching for, this is, all of this is trined to your energy, Virgo. So this is really beautiful. We have Venus making her second square to Uranus. So we had one last month, one this month. We're going to have another one in September. This is a tension aspect. So this is where something's got to give, Virgo. And this is in your hidden house. So this might be, you might notice this, you might not. This might be psychological. This might be blocks that you're putting on yourself. But regardless, this is breaking free of something, even if it's breaking free of a psychological mindset, breaking free of a secret, whatever this is, there's tension there up in your 9th house. So legal matters, education, teaching, long distance travel, citizenship, immigration, paperwork, law, legal matters. This is tension. So something, you know, this aspect's going to make you move. This aspect's going to make you change something in these areas of your life. And if it doesn't happen this month, it might happen September or October for you. Now, Mars opposes Neptune August 22nd. I'm not a fan of this energy for any of us. It's foggy, it's misty, it's confusing because we're dealing with Neptune. And then we're dealing with the planet of action, passion, drive. So I picture this energy as like a boxer in a boxing ring, just throwing fists into the air. It's foggy, it's misty, they can't see, it's dark, they don't know what's going on. They don't even know what they're fighting for, Virgo. So, and Mars is in your first house, and Neptune is in your house of partnerships, friendships, sorry, this could be love partnerships, business partnerships, or longer term friendships. So there could be some tension here, Virgo. Yeah, watch out for meeting anybody new around this time, especially love prospects. I would go slow. I would go very, very, very slow until this passes. If you are traveling, Virgo, be very careful. What I mean by that is, like, don't go wandering down dark alleyways that you don't know, especially in a country you're not familiar with. I mean, even in our own countries, it's pretty sad. We can't even walk down dark alleys or dark streets anymore without something happening in our own neighborhoods, in our own cities and towns, which is kind of sad. But this aspect I just don't like. So just be mindful of that, Virgo. I'm not trying to scare anybody. It's just, I'm sure making these videos to make you aware of this type of energy. And it's just very foggy, strange energy. So just be mindful of that. And we talked about it last month. The nodes are squaring off to Pluto. This is fate. This is destiny. This is meant to be energy at its finest. So Virgo, when I'm telling all the signs, is just lean into it. I don't think there's anything we can change here because this is fate, destiny. This is like karma. This is just, it is what it is energy. Now, this energy in particular is hitting your financial houses. And then Pluto is down there in your 5th house of creativity, self-expression, children. It's basically your fun house. This is romance and dating as well. And the outlet there is up there in your 11th house. So friendships, groups, association, memberships, your long-term vision, goals, things like that. So this is tension. This is a tension aspect. Something's got to go. Something's got to pivot, move, change, transform. And this is a slow transit. So it started in July. It's going to continue in August and maybe even into September. So just lean into this, Virgo. It is what it is, but just be mindful of this energy. Okay, so we have Libra. Libra, let's talk about the luminaries this month. So let's talk about the sun. So the sun is lighting up right now your 11th house of friendship circles, groups, members, associations that you belong to, your long-term hopes, wishes, dreams, goals, things like that. That's going to be your focus this month. And then things are going to quiet down for you, Libra, I'm going to guess, starting on August 23rd, because that's when the sun moves into your hidden, quieter 12th house. So that might be the focus for the rest of August, is to just kind of slow down, Libra, and take a break. Maybe take a break, mental health break. Actually, you got Mercury in there, you got Mars in there. So focus is definitely going to be on mental health for you this month, Libra. And maybe even like secret relationships are a possibility as well with this energy. I can see that. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but the possibility is there. And I'm saying whether you are attached to somebody or not. The energy is there. So just be mindful of that. This is also the energy, Libra, of secrets coming out of the closet. That's also a possibility as well. Also, you might need to get into a bedtime ritual. You might find it hard to sleep, especially once the sun moves in there, you know, lighting up that 12th house, which is more of a hidden psychological house for you, Libra. Now, the first full moon, August the 1st, this is lighting up your fun house, Libra. This is lighting up your house of children, creativity, self-expression. If you're single, romance, dating could be on the table for you around August the 1st. The only thing I would caution against, Libra, is it's making a square to Jupiter up in your 8th house of shared resources. So just watch out for spending too much money, basically overdoing it in some way, shape, or form. So just watch out for that around the 1st of August. And we have a new moon in Leo, August 16th, and this is happening in your 11th house of friends, groups, associations, your long-term goals, Libra. So if there's anything you want to bring into your life in the next 6 months, now is the time to plant those seeds of intention, send them to the universe, and attract them into your life, or get working on them, Libra, you know. But yeah, not a bad time to send out to the universe your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, or anything to do with friendship circles or groups or associations, memberships that you belong to. Now, this new moon is squaring up to Uranus. So expect the unexpected around the 16th of August. This is other people's money. This is the house of other people's money. So this could be shared resources, Libra. This is also taxes, debts, loans. So again, just be mindful, I would say, about your cash flow. And especially if your cash flow is associated or connected to a partner, whether that's a business partner, a love relationship as well. And then we have a full moon in Pisces. Now this is lighting up your 6th house of day-to-day work, duty, responsibility. This is also your health, your well-being, and your pets as well. Now it's hand in hand with Saturn, so this might be interesting. Think back to June, middle of June. Was there anything you were trying to get some traction on, Libra? When it comes to this busy day-to-day house for you, were you trying to get traction on something and you were restricted or confined in some way, shape, or form? You might see a breadcrumb here. I don't know if something's gonna crazy manifest, because we're dealing with Saturn after all, and Saturn just popped into Pisces. Saturn is gonna make us do the work before Saturn gives us any type of rewards. Trust me, that's how Saturn operates. So, but regardless, it's a full moon, Libra. So I mean, I'm hoping something will come to light in a beneficial, constructive way for you, especially hitting your busy house there. Now, we talked about Mercury. Wherever Mercury goes, well, Mercury follows the sun. So Mercury is, like I said, sort of vibrating that 12th house for you. So if there ever was a time you wanted to focus on your mental health, psychological matters, working with the therapist, anything like that that's sort of hidden away from the public eye, now is the time to work on it, is this month. Excellent time to do that, Libra. What else here? Mars is in there as well. Mars is in there as well. So again, Mars is invigorating this house for a reason. Mars also separates. So this could be secrets coming out of the closet. I think I mentioned that earlier. This could be an aha moment or a milestone when it comes to your mental health or psychological well-being. Get the help you need, Libra. That's all I can say, is if you're struggling, get the help you need this month. Start right now. Like, you should have started this in July. If you haven't, start right now. This is the time to take advantage of this energy. Also keep a dream journal. I feel like your dreams could be lighting up last month into this month. So keep a dream journal if you are interested in that as well. Burn off this energy. If you have excess energy, get into an exercise routine. That's a really good way to utilize this sort of like anxious, could be quite anxious energy. Venus retrograde in Leo. I made a whole video about this Venus retrograde, so I'll link to that in the description box below if you want to check that out. Couple highlights for the month that I truly love is this grand Earth trine in the Earth signs. I'm really hoping for all of us, this is blessings, this is harmony, this is bringing something into form for all of us. Now, for you in particular, Libra, this is hitting that financial house. This is more so other people's money. So how you make money, earn money, shared resources with your partner, love, business, whatever, taxes, debts, loans. So there could be traction here. There could be some blessings coming in here, I'm hoping, Libra. And then Pluto down in your 4th house, a home, family, foundation. This is not new energy for you, Libra. Pluto's been down restructuring your home life, what you call home, what is home to you, the past. This is also parental figures in your life, Libra. So mom, dad, or an authority figure in your life. This is ultimate transformation, ultimate. So again, Libra, I think you're going to see some traction when it comes to home, family, foundation. Maybe you're doing renovations, maybe you got to move, maybe there's family shuffling or juggling or reshuffling or whatever the case may be, but something will likely come to light or get traction in some way, shape, or form this month. And also, as I mentioned, you could really make some progress if you're working with a counselor or physical therapy or anything like that. Or even therapy, like family therapy or therapy with your partner. You can actually get some breakthroughs this month, Libra. So like, I'm taking this as a win-win. I always take this energy high. So that's what I'm hoping for each and every one of us is blessings, really positive surprises for all of us, and getting some traction in our life that we can see, that we can taste, that we can touch, that we can feel, things like that. Now we're having our 2nd Venus square Uranus. Now this is a breaking free aspect, Libra. So you in particular, again, this is hitting a financial house of shared resources, shared property. And then we have Venus up in your 11th house of friendships, friendship circles, groups, associations, even long-term goals. A simple example would be maybe it's time to let go of a dream or a wish or a hope that you can rework in some way, shape, or form, or rejig. You know what I mean? Clarify that with the universe on what you want to bring into your life. But this is a breaking free aspect, something to do with a shared resource. This could be a relationship tension, tension between you and a partner, business, love, when it comes to money, resources, property, debts, taxes, loans, things like that. This is a breaking point, Libra. So if something doesn't give this month, it'll likely be next month or in October. We have Mars opposing Neptune this month. I'm not a fan of this energy. I'm going to be honest. I'm not a fan. This is how I picture this energy. You have a boxer in a boxing ring. It's foggy, it's dark, it's misty. They don't know what the hell's going on, and they're just throwing their fists around. They don't know what they're fighting for. They don't know what they're fighting. They don't know what they're arguing with. So for you, Libra, again, Mars is in that hidden house. So you might be aware or not of psychological blocks that you're putting on yourself. This could be very, very interesting. Sorry, I'm distracted because it's so weird. A bird just landed on my ledge there. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but anyway, sorry, Libra. Maybe that's a sign for you, Libra. It was a little tiny sparrow. So that was really cool, actually. Anyway, so Libra, psychological blocks, whether you're conscious of them or not. This is the subconscious mind. Opposing Neptune in your 6th house of day-to-day duty, responsibility, work, your health, your pets. So be mindful. If you're up against a wall, Libra, just take a step back. Like, notice what you're noticing and take a step back and be like, okay, I'm not seeing something clearly. This too shall pass. Take a breath. Maybe try to tackle it a couple days later. Be really mindful of this energy around August 22nd specifically. So not a bad thing. I'm not trying to scare you or anything like that. It's just be very mindful. Also, if you are traveling anywhere or even in your local community, don't go wandering down dark alleyways. Don't approach people who seem out of it, if you know what I mean. This is not a type of transit to mess around with stuff like that. Yeah, again, I'm not trying to scare you, but it's just, this is very weird energy. So yeah, don't go wandering around by yourself at night, whether you're traveling or in a different country or even within your own city. I feel like we can't even walk around at night in our own cities and towns sometimes, but anyway, just be mindful of that, Libra, because it's weird energy. It's wonky energy. So it'll pass, after the 22nd. Just be mindful of this energy. And then we talked about it last month. The nodes are squaring Pluto. This is hitting you personally, Libra, like personally, intimately. I don't know how else to say it. So these are key areas of your life. This is fated. This is meant to be. This is destiny. This is karma, Libra. So what I'm telling the signs is lean into this energy, because that's all we can do. We can't stop it. We can't change it. Just things come up, we deal with it. Things come up, we deal with it. We have to lean into this energy. And in particular, you are up for some big transformation in the next 18 months. Your focus is going to be on endings, releasing, letting things go, so you can welcome in something new when it comes to partnerships. This could be love, business, friendships, commitments, new contracts, agreements, negotiations. So Libra, this is huge for you. All the cardinal signs, you, Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, big energy, big energy coming your way. Get excited, Libra. Like, get excited, because change is on the way. This is a tension aspect. It's going to make you move, and just keep in mind, this is fated, destined, meant to be energy. You're going to be fine. Just lean into it, Libra, and face it head on. Do the best you can do and call in help when you need it. Okay, Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, let's talk about the luminaries this month first. So the sun right now is lighting up your career house. So this is also the parental axis as well. So mom, dad, authority figures in your life, but mainly career, public reputation, status. So this could also be marriage, or going from single to married or married to single, things like that when I say status. So I have no doubt your focus has been on work this month, Scorpio, or maybe you retired. If you're into the retirement or around the retirement age, that could have been the focus for you this month, last month and this month as well. Now the sun moves into your 11th house on August the 23rd, lighting up your friendship house. So this could be friendships, groups, memberships, associations, long-term goals, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. This is a busy house for you, because you got Mercury in there too, lighting up this house, bringing in that extra energy and chatter. And Mars is in here as well. So Mars is definitely giving you action, motivation, passion, drive around these friendship circles, or again, around your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, long-term goals, things like that. Now, the full moon we have on August the 1st, this is lighting up your fourth house of home, family, foundation. So this is a peak moment for you, Scorpio. This is also hitting a very important axis for you. So you got your career on one hand, and then you got your home, family, life on the other hand. So something is going to come to a peak this month, quite possibly. Now, this full moon on the 1st is making a square to Jupiter. So just watch out for excess, Scorpio. It's not really the end of the world, Jupiter squares, but Jupiter can make us go overboard. So just be mindful of that. And Jupiter is in your partnership sector. So yeah, just be mindful of that energy. Be mindful of going overboard for people at home. Watch out for burnout. Or maybe you're looking after your parents or something like that. Just watch out for this energy of just taking things to the extreme and then you burning out because of it. Now we have a new moon in Leo again up in your career sector. So plant those seeds of intention, Scorpio. What do you want to manifest in your career over the next 6 months? Do you want to retire in the next 6 months, or within 6 months, or by the end of 6 months, or something like that? You know, this is also public reputation. It's whatever you put out there into the public eye. So even if you don't work and you're a stay-at-home dad or mom, that's your job. So that's what you're putting out in the world. You know, that's your focus, is raising those kids to be all that they can be. You know, so that is your job. So plant those new moon wishes. Also, this new moon is squaring Uranus. So expect the unexpected, Scorpio, when it comes to possibly partnerships at work, work colleagues, contracts, agreements, negotiations. This could also be love partnerships as well, or friendships as well. Or something to do with the home, family, foundation, the past. Again, this is hitting your mom, dad axis, so something like that. Full moon in Pisces. Full moon in Pisces at the end of August. This is holding hands with Saturn, which is really interesting. This is the planet of restrictions, delays, slowing things down. So I'm fascinated with this full moon in Pisces because I'm hopeful something will come to light, something will come to fruition for all of us in some way, shape, or form, because at the end of the day, it is Saturn, and Saturn crystallizes things and manifests things and brings things into form for us. For you, Scorpio, this is your house of kids, children, romance, dating, if you're a single Scorpio. This is also creative projects. So this could be hobbies or side hustles, or hobbies that you want to turn into side hustles. And this is also creative downloads as well. Just anything that, or any way that you express yourself, Scorpio. So, oh, and also, if there's something, this full moon in Pisces might be tied to something in June, around middle of June, that you were trying to get off the ground or get traction on. You might see some more breadcrumbs, or you might see something come to fruition or come to light this month. I don't know if you're going to see a big grandiose thing, because it is Saturn. Saturn is newly in Pisces, and Saturn makes us put in the work before he gives us rewards. But regardless, it's a full moon. So something is coming to light in this area of life for you, Scorpio, even if it's an aha moment or something like that. Now, we talked about Mercury invigorating that 11th house for you, and Mars is in here as well, activating that busy, busy, busy 11th house. Keep in mind, Mars is a double-edged sword. So Mars also brings frustration, anger, but I mean, on the positive side, Mars brings motivation, passion, drive, and Mars is actually your ancient ruler, Scorpio. So wherever Mars goes anyway, Mars is always affecting you physically, especially if you're Scorpio rising, because that's your ruling planet, and it's also a very personal planet, right? It's not a big outer planet giant. So anyway, just be mindful of that, Scorpio. That Mars is a wonderful planet, but it's that double-edged sword of Mars. Venus continues her retrograde in your 10th house of, again, career, public reputation, status. I made a whole video about this. You can go check that out. I'll put that in the description box below. A couple highlights for the month. Speaking of Mars, we have a grand Earth trine happening this month. I love, love, love this energy for all of us, Scorpio, and especially for the Earth signs and the water signs like you, because this energy will be sextiling your energy. But you do have Jupiter and Uranus opposing whatever you're watching for right now. But I mean, Jupiter, regardless, is blessings. And then Uranus is, I don't know, expect the unexpected. Uranus is hard to explain sometimes, besides it's the planet of change and electricity and humanitarian efforts and, you know, cool downloads and things like that. But it's also, you just don't know what you're going to get with Uranus. So anyway, so I'm hoping we get some manifestation with this grand Earth trine. So for you, again, this is hitting your partnership sector, Scorpio. So this could be love, business, contracts, agreements, negotiations. This could be something to do with learning, going back to school, short distance travel, training, trips, things in your immediate environment, your immediate community. And then also, again, that 11th house is lighting up this month for you. So friends, new friends, old friends, people coming back from the past, whatever, reconnecting with people, groups, members, associations, things you belong to, revitalizing your goals, reinvigorating your goals, transforming your goals, making new goals, letting old goals go. There we go. Wow, that's a mouthful. Letting go of goals, basically, and rewriting new ones is a possibility as well. So yeah, I'm really hoping we'll all see some manifestation this month with this grand Earth trine, because it's really, really nice energy for all of us. Now, the Venus square is happening for the second time this month, Scorpio. We had one last month, we have one this month, we have another one in September. So this is tension in your relationships, in your career. And when I say relationships, again, this could be business or love or contractual agreements. So something's got to give here, Scorpio. This is the ultimate breaking free. This is ultimate. Like, if you want to get out of a horrible business relationship or a horrible relationship, love relationship, this is the time to do it, Scorpio. This is going to make you move. This is going to be like, hey, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Goodbye. And this could, again, be something to do with your career or something to do with love for you. And this could also even touch, you know, the subconscious mind as well. But regardless, this is going to make you move. This is a tension aspect. This is going to make you move. This is breaking free of that stagnant energy. And this could be love, money, business. Yeah. Now, we have Mars opposing Neptune. I'm not a fan of this energy. So be mindful around August the 22nd. This energy reminds me of a boxer in a boxing ring. And they're throwing their fists around. And it's dark, it's foggy, it's misty. They don't even know what they're fighting for anymore. They can't even see who they're fighting. So for you in particular, Scorpio, this is hitting your 5th and 11th houses of children, creativity, self-expression, and then Mars again up there in your friendship house and your wish fulfillment house and your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your goals. So just be mindful if you feel like you're being backed in a corner or up against a wall, or you're frustrated with your kids or something like that. You're not seeing something clearly, or even a friend or something along those lines. Just take a step back, Scorpio. Just be mindful of this energy, and also be mindful of this energy if you are out and about, walking around, say at night, or in strange neighborhoods that you don't know. I wouldn't recommend that around August 22nd. because it's just wonky energy, Scorpio. I don't like this energy. It's the two. Well, I mean, you got the malefic facing off with like the planet of fogginess and, you know, disillusion, like illusions. So I don't know. You just don't know what you're going to get here. So that's just my caution. You do you, Scorpio. But yeah, just be mindful of this energy. And even if you say to yourself, well, what am I even angry about? What am I, like, why am I angry at my kid? Or why am I angry at that friend? Like, notice what you're noticing. Try to stop yourself and think things through before reacting to something. Now, we talked about this last month. Pluto, well, the nodes are squaring Pluto. This energy started in July. It's going to continue into this month. Please be mindful of this energy. Also, Scorpio, this is a tension aspect. The South Node did finally move out of your sign into Libra. So this, again, is affecting something to do with traveling, short distance, long distance. This could be education, training, going back to school, higher education, teaching, law, legal matters, citizenship. And then this is also something to do with possibly your day-to-day, like your day-to-day duty, responsibility, your health, your pets. And this is also hitting a hidden house, so psychological matters, subconscious matters. Yeah, so Scorpio, again, not the easiest energy, but this is happening for all of us. We're in this together. We're all feeling this in some way, shape, or form. So, and this is just meant to be energy. I'm just telling people lean into it. I don't think there's a lot we can do to change it or try to pivot from it or walk away from it. You can't, because this is karma knocking at the door. This is change, more change coming in for all of us. And this is fate and destiny stepping in at our door saying, hi, yeah, we're here to stay. And this has got to change, and this has got to change, and this has got to go, and blah, blah, blah. And we got to completely rearrange your life. So it's nothing to be scared of, Scorpio. It's just more change. I mean, it's not hitting. You've been through this already. You've been through the critical angles of your chart. So now it's moving on. But still, it's going to affect you. I don't want to downplay it at all for any sign, but we're going to feel it in at least one area of life, if not multiple areas of our lives. So just lean into it, Scorpio, and get excited for more change. More changes is coming. Okay, so we have Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, let's talk about the luminaries first. So the sun is currently lighting up your travel house, long distance travel, education, teaching, religion. This is your house, Sagittarius. You're very comfortable in this energy. So hopefully you were able to travel in July, maybe this month as well, take advantage of this energy. And it's also making some beautiful trines to your Sag planets, points, placements, whatever you're watching for right now. So take advantage of this energy, cut back or cut loose, cut back, cut loose, Sagittarius. And also, yeah, this is also the house of like legal matters might have come to light. Again, teaching, training, educational pursuits, things like that might have also been a focus for you as well. And then the sun is going to move into your career sector starting on August the 23rd. So then that's when you're going to focus more on maybe mom and dad in your life. This is the parental access. This is authority figures in your life, bosses, and just your career in general. And if you're retired, it's whatever you put out into the world, into the public eye. Also, you have Mercury in here and also Mars in here, invigorating this area of life for you as well. So definitely the focus is going to also be on career and public reputation. And again, maybe something to do with your parents. Keep in mind, Mars is a double-edged sword. Mars also irritates and inflames. But what I love about Mars is that motivation, action, passion, drive, going after what we want. But Mars can also irritate us, make us frustrated, angry. So be mindful of that with Mars in your career sector. You might have a short fuse when it comes to your boss or your coworkers or people that you work with, or even your parents, Sagittarius. So just be mindful of this energy. Now, we have our first full moon on August the 1st, and this is lighting up your, actually again this month, your travel houses are being highlighted here. So this full moon in particular is lighting up your communication house, lighting up, siblings, cousins, neighbors, relatives, communication in general, your community, the mind. Education is also covered in this house. Do watch out for burnout when it comes to your day-to-day duties and responsibilities and obligations, Sagittarius. You could get burnt out. I can see that. So just be mindful and don't overwork yourself. Pull in help when you need it. You might have a lot of people pulling at you at this time, wanting your attention, or to do things for them, but just be mindful of your own health and well-being. We have a new moon in Leo, again, highlighting that travel, long distance travel, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, citizenship, immigration, religion, teaching, learning, law, legal matters, the justice system. So this is planting those seeds of intention, Sagittarius. It is making a square to Uranus in your busy 6th house of day-to-day matters, health, routines, pets. So maybe expect the unexpected. You might get a surprise around August 16th, around this new moon. But plant those seeds of intention, which you want to manifest in this area of life for the next 6 months. And then we have a full moon in Pisces, lighting up that 4th house, a home, family, foundation. This is an interesting one though, because we have the moon holding hands with Saturn. This can also be frustrating, restrictive, but at the end of the day, it's a full moon. So I'm hoping something will come to a culmination point when it comes to 4th house matters for you, Sagittarius, or a parent, parental unit, authority figure in your life. It could even be tied into career. Think back to June. What were you trying to gain traction on when it comes to career matters or home, family, foundation? You might see next steps. I don't know if you're going to see full-blown manifestation because we're dealing with Saturn here. Saturn wants us to put in the work before he hands out rewards. So, but all in all, it's a full moon. It's a culmination point. So I'm hoping you'll see some sort of manifestation. Again, either career, public reputation, status, something to do with your parents, bosses, authority figures, or home, family, foundation, the past, property, things like that. Venus continues to retrograde in Leo. Check out my video if you're interested in that. I'm not really going to talk about it here because I made an entire video about Venus retrograde in Leo and what that means for each and every sign. I'll link to that in the description box below. A couple highlights for the month here, Sagittarius. So we have a beautiful Earth trine happening up in your 10th house, your 2nd house of money, finances, resources, material possessions, and your 6th house of busy day-to-day duty, responsibility. This is also your health, your habits, your routines, your pets as well. Yeah, very busy house. So I'm hoping something will manifest or crystallize for each and every one of us because this is Earth signs. So these are tangible material results. And for you, Sagittarius, especially up there in your 10th house of career, I'm really hoping something will manifest for you when it comes to work, day-to-day routines, material possessions, things flowing, money flowing to you, things like that. So I'm really hoping that will be beneficial for not only you, but all of us as well. Also keep in mind, I think I mentioned this earlier, Mars separates. So if you're looking for a new job could come your way, Sagittarius. A new income stream could come your way as well. Just, I can see overall career opportunity or day-to-day work opportunity, good opportunity to kick those bad habits, Sagittarius, kick them to the curb, and motivate yourself to get into healthier routines as well. Now we have our second Venus square Uranus this month. We had the first one last month, and then we have another one this month, and we have another one next month in September. So this is breaking free of something, Sagittarius. So for you in particular, again, this could be breaking free of a stagnant relationship, a stagnant job. This could be wrapping up an educational pursuit or a legal battle, whatever the case may be, because this could be something to do with money, resources, or love as well. I can see for you this could also be friendship circles as another possibility as well. Regardless, this is a breaking free aspect for you, Sagittarius. This is breaking free, breaking away from something. Now, Mars opposes Neptune August the 22nd. I'm not a fan of this energy. The way I look at this energy, Sagittarius, is a boxer in a boxing ring. It's foggy, it's misty. The boxer can't see what they're fighting for. Why, they're throwing their fists around. They don't even know why. They don't know who's on the other end or what is on the other end. They don't even know what they're fighting. So, and this is hitting really key areas of life. So again, your 10th house of career, public reputation, status, again, authority figures, bosses, parents, and then Neptune down there in your 4th house of home, family, property. So just be mindful of this energy, Sagittarius. If you feel like someone is pushing your buttons or pushing you up against a wall, or you're not seeing something clearly and you're angry and you're frustrated and you want to react, try to take a step back, try to take a breather, try to step away from the difficult situation and let this transit pass. Because it is a funky one. I don't like it, but it is a rebalancing. These two planets are asking us to rebalance something in our lives. And last but not least, the nodes are squaring off to Pluto. We talked about this last month a little bit. This is fated, meant to be energy, Sagittarius. So for you in particular, this is hitting your house of children, creativity, self-expression, joy, what brings you joy, how you have fun. And then this is also hitting your house of friendships, groups, associations, memberships that you belong to, long-term goals. Some of those actually you might have to let go of in the next 18 months. And then this is hitting your financial axis, Sagittarius. So this is money you earn, you bring in, your material possessions, and the outlet here could be other people's resources, property, taxes, debts, loans. This is transformation at its finest. So what I'm telling the signs here, Sagittarius, is just lean into this energy. That's all we can do, is just lean into what the universe wants us to let go of, release, and welcome in something new. So nothing to be afraid of or anything like that. It's just that this is karma at its finest. This is destiny, fate, knocking at our door saying, hey, we're here. Time to transform this, time to change this, time to let go of XYZ so you can welcome in ABC, things like that. So we're all going through this energy. We all have to lean into it and embrace it and just welcome in more change, Sagittarius, in at least one or more areas of our life. Okay, so we have Capricorn. So Capricorn, let's talk about the luminaries first. So the sun is currently lighting up your money house of shared resources. This is money you get from whether it's the government or a partner or alimony or whatever payments. This is also lighting up the house of taxes, debts, loans. So money is definitely on your mind for the first half of August. And then the sun is going to move into your 9th house of legal matters, teaching, higher education, traveling, religion. So this is going to be your second focus this month, Capricorn. And actually, your 9th house is very lit up right now because we have Mercury in there. We have Mars in there, also illuminating and lighting up this house for you, Capricorn. Really good time to well, not a bad time to travel long distance, take a trip, things like that when the sun moves into Virgo there. Now we have a full moon in Aquarius. Now this is hitting your 2nd house of money and resources and material possessions. So something is coming to light here. The only thing is it is squaring off to Jupiter. So I'm not really worried about the square to a benefic like that, but this could be just watch out for excess, Capricorn. For example, watch out for overspending on a hobby, overspending on a creative project, overspending on maybe kids, their sports, their hobbies, whatever the case may be. Just watch out for that. And we have a new moon in Leo, again, up there in that money house of shared resources. So what do you want to attract, Capricorn, in the next 6 months when it comes to other people's money, when it comes to shared resources, taxes, debts, loans? Do you want something? Are you trying to buy something big that you need, the bank's help for, or whatever the case may be? Plant those seeds of intention now, so when the full moon in Leo comes to light, hopefully you'll see some manifestation at that point when it comes to 8th house matters. And the only thing about this new moon is that it is squaring off to Uranus in your 5th house. So I mean, expect the unexpected here, Capricorn. This could be like a surprise or a shock coming from a child. This could be, I'm going to put it out there, surprise, you're pregnant. I mean, this is such a quick moving aspect. I don't even know if people will notice this or not, but it could be a little surprise or, just something that's going to make you move when it comes to maybe, actually you could get creative downloads maybe at this time. I mean, Uranus is in here for a really long stay for you, Capricorn, in particular. So, yeah, just be mindful of that energy. Again, nothing crazy, but you might get a little surprise around the 16th of August. Then we have another full moon in Pisces on the 30th, and this is lighting up your 3rd house. So this is communication. This is your immediate environment, like your immediate neighborhood, community, siblings, cousins, neighbors. This is the mind. This is your mindset. This is communication, how you communicate, Capricorn. And this could shine a light on a legal matter or something to do with traveling, whether it's short or long distance, or citizenship, immigration, paperwork, legal matters, law, things like that, religion or religious matters, if that resonates with you. It's holding hands, though, with Saturn. So this is really interesting. I'm going to be interested to see how this manifests for people, because Saturn usually restricts, constricts, but it is a full moon. So something has to come to light. Maybe something from June is going to be illuminated in some way, shape, or form. Something's going to get some traction when it comes to this 3rd house matter. Like something's going to you're going to have like an aha moment, or, oh, okay, there we go. Now I'm getting traction. Now the wheels are starting to turn on a third house matter is a possibility here. And we already talked about or mentioned Mercury and Mars being in this 9th house as well, invigorating this house. Do watch out for frustrations or delays, Capricorn, when it comes to traveling, whether it's short or long distance. So do watch your temper. You might have a short fuse when it comes to things like that. Venus continues her retrograde in your 8th house. I made an entire video about this. If you want to check that out, I'll put the link in the description box below. Some highlights this month. I love this grand Earth trine, especially for the Earth signs. So that includes you, Capricorn. And this is hitting, again, that busy 9th house, your first house of you, your physical body, your personality, your style, and also your 5th house of joy, what brings you happiness, what lights you up. This is children. This is, gosh, Capricorn, if you're looking to get pregnant, I know I mentioned it earlier, this could be that. I'm just going to put it out there. Again, it probably won't apply to all of you depending on what you're watching for. But anyway, but even if you're a male watching this, yeah, if you don't want to start a family, just be mindful of that, because I do think this grand Earth trine will materialize, manifest something for us. So that 5th house of creativity, children, also romance, dating, if you're single, things like that. Really beautiful energy. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'm hoping this will bring something into form, manifestation for all of us, Capricorn, especially the, well, for all of us, but definitely I feel like the Earth signs are definitely getting those extra blessings by this grand Earth trine. Now, Venus is squaring off to Uranus. Now, this is the second one. So the first one happened in July. The last one is going to happen next month in September. This is a tension aspect. And again, this is something to do with that 5th house of fun, creativity, children, self-expression, romance, dating, and then something to do with shared resources, finances, how you make money, how you earn money, taxes, debts, loans, shared property, things like that, Capricorn. So this is breaking free of something, or even someone, you know, this could be a relationship, could be a partnership. That's a possibility. So just be mindful of that energy. If something doesn't go or change this month, Capricorn, it might be next month, but you'll be feeling this tension as well. Mars is opposing Neptune this month as well. I'm not a fan of this aspect. It's really weird and foggy and strange. So one thing I'm going to caution you on, Capricorn, is if you're traveling internationally, don't go down wandering places you don't know or where you're not supposed to go, or dark alleyways or things like that. Yeah, this is just a really foggy transit and I don't like it. I personally don't like it. The way I picture this transit is like a boxer in a boxing ring, and it's foggy, dark, misty. They don't even know what they're fighting. They don't even know who they're throwing their fists at or what they're throwing their fists at. So very confusing energy. And we got Mars in the mix, who wants to go and be the warrior and fight and just motivation, passion, drive. And then we got Neptune that's like dissolving energy, and it's just foggy and we're not seeing something clearly. And this is happening in your communication sector too. So just be mindful of this, Capricorn. I'm not trying to like doom and gloom and scare you, but it's just, I'm putting it out there. I'm just going to put it out there. And it's going to pass. The transit's going to pass. Mars is going to keep trucking along. It is what it is. But yeah, watch out for this energy around the 22nd of August, and also watch your temper as well, because you might be like, you might feel like you're backed up against a wall and you don't even know why, you know? So you need to step back, notice what you're noticing, and ask yourself, okay, what am I pissed off about? What am I angry about? Who am I even angry at? You know? So just be mindful of this. Another aspect of tension is, we talked about it last month, the nodes square Pluto. So again, this is happening in all the cardinal signs are being hit the hardest here. It doesn't mean the other signs are exempt. Trust me, it's happening in their houses too. But these are key areas of life for you, Cancer, Libra, Aries, because it's hitting you personally, because Pluto's in your first house. This is hitting your relationships, business partnerships, love relationships, contracts, agreements, negotiations, marriage. And then this is hitting your 4th house, 10th house. So career, public reputation, status, home, family, foundation is up for some change, more change, Capricorn. I know you don't want to hear that, but it is what it is. Lean into it, Capricorn. That's what I'm telling each and every sign. And if anyone that can handle this energy, it's you along with Aries. And I think I've said that multiple times now. And in past videos too. If anyone can handle change, it's a Capricorn and Aries, 100,000%. So, and again, that doesn't mean that the other signs can't handle it. It's just that Capricorn and Aries are, you know, they can handle it. They can handle the stress. So, and this is, keep in mind, this is fated. This is destiny. This is karma knocking at the door saying, okay, here we are. Time to let something go. Time to move on from this career. Time to start that side hustle. Time to move. Time to welcome in something new. Time to get a new partner, get a new business partner, get a new relationship, whatever the case may be. These are just examples, of course, Capricorn. So be mindful of this energy. Get excited, Capricorn. Yes, more change is coming. Yes, this could be challenging, but I mean, this could be ultimate liberation for a lot of Capricorns out there. Okay, so we have Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, let's talk about the luminaries. So let's start with the sun. So the sun, right now, Aquarius is lighting up that 7th house of partnerships. So love, business, contracts, marriage, agreements, negotiations is being lit up this month. And that's where your focus is going to be. But starting on the 23rd of August, the sun moves into Virgo. So this is your house of money, shared resources, finances. This is how resources come to you. This could also be shared property as well. This could be taxes, debts, loans. The focus is going to be there this month. I have no doubt your focus has already been there because you got Mercury in there and you got Mars in there shaking up this financial house for you, Aquarius. Now we have a full moon in your sign on August the 1st. So this is your full moon. So think back to your birthday. What birthday wishes did you plant? Like what seeds of intention did you plant 6 months ago? You should see something come to a culmination point. And this is your first house, so it could really hit any area of life. This could be career, work, status, marriage, relationships, partnerships, business partnerships, contracts, agreements, negotiations, or home, family, foundation for you, Aquarius. The only thing is I would watch overdoing it, burning yourself out. Like say you're renovating your space or you're moving or something like that. Watch out for burnout. Watch out for going at it a little bit too much and not taking a break. That's the only thing I see with this full moon. Now you have a new moon in Leo, which is in your opposite sign. So this is your partnership sector, Aquarius. So if you are looking for or wanting to manifest or bring in the perfect business partner, the perfect love relationship, This is the time to plant those seeds of intention, make those wishes around this new moon, because something might manifest within 6 months from now. And it is making a square to Uranus. So expect the unexpected. This might have a flavor of home, family, foundation, but really this could touch any area of your life because it is highlighting some of the important angles of your chart. And we have another full moon in Pisces. This is lighting up your finances, Aquarius. So this is how you generate income on a day-to-day basis. This is work. This is also your material possessions as well, and your self-worth as well, Aquarius. So this is like a culmination point. This full moon, though, is hand in hand with Saturn, which is really interesting. Saturn is your ancient ruler. So I'm hoping for you in particular, Aquarius, something's going to manifest. I mean, I hope something manifests for all of us. I don't think it's going to be grandiose and big, maybe breadcrumbs, or maybe something that you started back in June, maybe a new income stream, new job, something like that. And maybe you might see the next steps in whatever it is that you started in June. So I'm really hoping something will come to light, but regardless, this is lighting up your financial access, Aquarius. Now, Venus continues her retrograde in your 7th house of partnerships. I made a whole other video about this, Aquarius, so if you want to check that out, I'll be sure to put the link to that in the description box below. And we already talked about Mercury and Mars in here, invigorating that 8th house of, again, shared resources, property, finances, debts, taxes, loans. This is the ultimate transformation house, Aquarius. So definitely energy is going to be poured into this house for you, at least for, well, definitely for the next month. So take advantage of this energy. Couple highlights for the month. Speaking of Mars, Mars is making a grand Earth trine to some of the heavy hitters in the sky. And I'm really hoping this is a manifestation at its finest because it's happening in Earth signs. So again, Aquarius, this is hitting beautiful houses for you. Money house. This is hitting your home, family, foundation. And this is hitting more of a hidden part of your chart. But this could be like if you're in therapy or if you're moving through something behind the scenes, like hidden. This could be like a eureka moment, or a moment where you have like a psychological or subconscious breakthrough finally, and you're like, oh my God, now I see the light. Now I'm starting to see progress on my own mental health and well-being. That's just an example. But I'm really hoping this is a manifestation point. Aquarius, if you're looking to move or renovate your place of living or change your place of living, excellent energy to hopefully something will manifest this month for you. Again, if that resonates with you. Now we do have our second Venus square this month. We had one last month. We're going to have another one this month and next month. So this is a tension aspect, Aquarius. Something's got to give. Something's got to, this is basically ultimate freedom. Now, for you, this could be a relationship, whether business or love. This could be finances or financial debt or something along those lines. This could be something to do with home, family, foundation. So another example could be breaking away from a place of living and finding something new, like moving to a new apartment, condo, buying a house, things like that. Definite possibilities with this energy. But regardless, this is breaking free, like freeing yourself from some sort of stagnant energy, relationship, whatever the case may be. Now, we do have Mars opposing Neptune this month around the 22nd of August. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of this energy. This is hitting your financial houses, Aquarius. So I would caution you to know where your money is going. You might feel foggy around your money. You might get frustrated or angry about financial resources or shared resources or property, taxes, debts, loans, how you earn money. There might be some frustration there. So just be mindful of this energy, because this is a rebalancing, but we're up against, okay, so this is how I see this energy, is a boxer in a boxing ring. It's foggy, it's dark, it's misty, they can't see anything, but they're throwing their fists everywhere. They don't know what they're fighting for, they don't know what they're fighting against. They don't even know what's on the other side because they can't see, because it's pitch black and foggy. So So that's why I want you to be mindful of this energy, especially around the 22nd. If you feel like you're up against the wall or, you know, restricted or restrained in some way, shape, or form, just notice what you're noticing and try to take a step back before reacting, before you reacting. Yeah, so just be mindful of that, Aquarius. And we talked about this last month. The nodes are squaring off to Pluto. This started in July, it continues in August, and is probably likely going to continue in September. So Aquarius, this is hitting your communication houses, your travel houses, your education, teaching, learning, the mind, legal matters. This could be citizenship, immigration, yeah, anything to do with the legal system. Religion is in there as well. And then this could be something to do with the subconscious mind, secrets, skeletons in the closet. And then the outlet there could be something to do with your day-to-day. So day-to-day habits, health, routines, your pets. So just be mindful of this energy, Aquarius. So what I'm telling people is we all have to just lean into this. It could be more challenging to some than others. It's hard to say because I'm not looking at your personal chart, but regardless, it's a square. So something's got to give, something's got to move, something's got to budge, something's got to change. This is karmic. This is fate. This is destiny knocking at the door saying, hey, I'm here to change things up, whether you like it or not. It is what it is. So all we can do is lean into it and embrace the change. Because again, these planets are working for us, not against us. So this is just welcoming in, you know, something new basically into our lives. You know, letting something go so we can welcome in something new. So lean into it, Aquarius, and get excited for, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this, but yeah, more change. More change is coming. Pisces. So Pisces, let's talk about the luminaries first. So the sun is lighting up your sixth house, your busy day-to-day sixth house. This is a continuation from last month. So day-to-day habits, routines, you know, getting fit, healthy, exercising, your pets, your diet, nutrition, just any sort of day-to-day responsibility that you have. That's the focus this month. And also starting on the 23rd, when the sun moves into Virgo, this is going to light up your relationship sector, Pisces. So it's going to shift. The energy is going to shift. Well, I have no doubt the energy has already shifted because Mars has been in there for a little while. But anyway, this is going to shift to, you know, marriage partnerships, business partnerships, contracts, agreements, negotiations, you know, anything to do with partnerships or your, could also be friendships, long-term friendships as well for you, Pisces. So that's going to be the focus this month. And as I mentioned, Mars and Mercury are in there invigorating this seventh house. And keep in mind, Mars is a double-edged sword at times. Yes, Mars motivates, gives us passion, drive, you know, makes us go after what we want, helps us going to chase after what we want. But Mars can also irritate, inflame, frustrate, anger us. So Pisces, if you find you're having a short fuse with partnerships, love, business, or whatever the case may be, that's Mars. That's Mars sort of there making your fuse shorter and shorter and shorter. So just keep that in mind. And we have a full moon in Aquarius. This is lighting up your hidden house, Pisces. So something might come to light when it comes to day-to-day routines, habits, your health, your diet, nutrition. Also pets is in there as well. Do watch out for overdoing it though. Excess, because it's squaring Jupiter there down in your third house. So, I mean, this could be just overall overdoing it. This could be overdoing it with the mind. So if you're buried in study or something like that, Pisces, just take a break. Try to take a break this month, or take a break from social media, things like that. You might be just overwhelmed with like just too much stimulation when it comes to communication or texts or emails or social media or blah, 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 blah. So watch out. That's the only thing I'm seeing. Otherwise, it is a beautiful full moon. Something's coming to a culmination point. Now you have a new moon in Leo, again, in that busy day-to-day house. So set those, plant those seeds of intention. Do you want a new job? Do you want to manifest a new job in your life? Do you want to manifest a pet in your life? So plant those seeds of intention now, Pisces, and then hopefully you'll see something manifest 6 months from now when we have the Leo full moon. And then we have another full moon in your sign, Pisces. So this is illuminating, again, this could be a partnership, something to do with your partnership sector, but really this could hit any angle of your chart, because this is your house. This is you physically, personally. So this could be professionally or something to do with the home, family, foundation, or as I mentioned, something to do with relationships, business, or love. Or you could have a contract coming through, like a new work contract coming through. That's a possibility as well. The only thing is it's conjunct Saturn, which is really interesting. I do hope something manifests for us, because it is Saturn that we're working with, and Saturn crystallizes and brings things into form. But Saturn just moved into your sign. So, I mean, Saturn's not going to shower us with blessings yet. Saturn wants us to put in the work, Pisces. So I am hoping something will crystallize here for you in at least one area of life that I already mentioned. Also, June. Think back to June. What were you trying to get traction on or manifest or something like that? Something could come to fruition this month, or you'll see like a next step, a breadcrumb of something from June that you put into motion. And we do have Venus continuing her retrograde this month in Leo. I made an entire video about this, Pisces. If you want to go check that out, I'll put the link in the description box below. Couple highlights for the month. I love this grand Earth trine, especially for the Earth signs and the water signs such as yourself, because this is sextiling your energy. But do keep in mind Mars is opposing your Pisces planets, points, placements. And again, Mars is that double-edged sword. So, he can, yes, he's a malefic, but without Mars, we'd all be potatoes, couch potatoes, sitting around, what do they call that? Armchair astronauts. That's all we would be if we didn't have Mars. That's the way I look at it. So do keep that in mind. But regardless, Pisces, Pluto is sextiling your sign. Jupiter, Uranus is sextiling your sign. So Mars is activating this huge grand Earth trine for all of us. So for you in particular, this is something to do with groups, friends, associations, memberships that you belong to, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, long-term goals. Again, that 7th house of love partnerships, business partnerships, contracts, agreements, negotiations, marriage. and your third house of social media, the internet, communication, the mind, how you talk to people, how you communicate with people, your immediate environment, so your community that you belong to, your siblings, your cousins, your neighbors, your relatives. So I'm hoping a blessing will come out of this trine, Pisces, for all of us, but for you, hopefully in at least one or more areas of your life that I just rambled off there. Hopefully something will manifest and come to light for you in a good way, because this is a very harmonious aspect. So yeah, I'm really hoping. I'm hoping for the best here for all of us, because I look at this energy, I always take it higher. There's no point in looking at it from a negative perspective. And what else here? We got Venus squaring Uranus. This is the second go at this aspect. So we had one in July, we have one this month, another one in September. So for you in particular, Pisces, this is hitting that busy, busy, busy 6th house and the 3rd house. So this is a tension aspect, Pisces. Something's got to go, something's got to give, something's got to move. This could be love. This could be something to do with work. This could be, I just had it at the top of my head there. Oh, money. Yeah, this could be something to do with money. But this is the ultimate breaking free, breaking away from something. And this aspect, what I love about it, it's going to make you move, especially for those of us that are a little bit more passive, a little bit more introverted. I love this because this is the ultimate. I'll give you an example. The ultimate aspect of breaking free from a toxic relationship, a toxic job, a toxic person. This is just the ultimate aspect for this to happen. And if this doesn't manifest this month, Pisces, it might take form next month or by October. One aspect that I'm not a fan of this month is Mars opposing Neptune in your sign. So again, this is hitting you personally, Pisces, because it's your 1st house, your 7th house of partnerships. I would caution you, if you meet anyone new from a love perspective or a business perspective, or if anyone wants you to sign on the dotted line around the 22nd of August, see if you can take a step back and delay that. Or see if you can take a step back and get someone else to review it with you. Because I just don't like this aspect. This is a foggy aspect, and we're going to want to take action. We're going to want to jump into bed with somebody, or we're going to want to, sign on the dotted line with that new business partnership and get all fired up and excited. But I feel like you're going to miss something, Pisces. I feel like something's going to get missed or regret is going to happen. So just be mindful of this energy. How I'm describing this energy to other signs is, picture a boxer in a boxing ring, and it's dark, it's foggy, it's misty. They can't see what's in front of them, and they're throwing their fists in the air. They don't even know what they're fighting for. They don't know what they're fighting or who they're fighting, or if it's even a human, So just be mindful of this energy. And also, if you are, if you're around anyone that gets irate or angry, especially around August 22nd, get the hell out of there. Get out of there. Don't be someone's punching bag, whether it's verbal or physical. And I'm sorry to say that, but that's this type of energy, Pisces. And this is affecting you personally. So please be mindful, even if it's your partner, your love partner, your relationship partner, and you're like, oh, but I love him or her. I don't care. If they start throwing fists at you or projecting all their anger and all their bullshit on you, get out. I'm not saying break the relationship, but get out of that space, because it could get dangerous. I'm just going to put it out there. This doesn't apply for everyone because it depends on what you're watching for, but please get out of there. Get out of that situation. Let this energy pass. Again, this is around August 22nd. I'm not trying to instill fear. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. I'm just trying to keep it real, you guys, because this is an opposition. This is Mars, this is Neptune opposing each other, and you're just not seeing something clearly when it comes to you, your physical body, and your relationships. And again, this could be love, business, or a contract, agreement, negotiation. So keep that in mind. What else here? We have the nodes squaring Pluto. So this is another tension aspect that's going to make you move for all of us in at least one area of life. I talked about it last month. The energy is going to continue into this month and probably into September. It's not going to last forever, but it's here. And this is fate, destiny, karma knocking at all of our doors saying, hey, I'm here. We're going to shake things up a bit. We're going to bring some change. You're going to let this go and let that go so you can welcome in something new in at least one or more areas of your life. And I'm excited for you, Pisces, because this is your cash houses. This is your money houses, Pisces. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is an incredible 18-month transit for you. So yeah, if you want to bring in the money, if you want to bring in the cash, if you want to bring in a different income stream, now is the time to go after what you want. This could be something to do with friendship circles, groups, members, associations that you surround yourself with or that you belong to. And then an outlet is also your creative expression, your children, romance, dating. This is your fun house, what brings you joy. So this is where these sort of like this tension aspect is happening. So I'm just telling the signs, we can't really change this energy. All we can do is lean into it, embrace it, and just get excited with all these changes that are coming in, Pisces. So that's what I just encourage you to do. Get yourself fired up for more change coming into your life. And like I said, your resources houses are getting lit up here. So I personally think this is really exciting for you. So I know people don't want to hear it. It's more change, but it is what it is, Pisces. But so yeah, lean into this energy and get excited. All right, so that was all of August for all 12 signs. So thank you so much for listening, watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate all my subscribers so much. And I appreciate all the comments. I read each and every one. So let me know what is going on for you for the month of August. What are you leaning into? What are you tackling, taking on, embracing change in your life? So I wish you all the best in August. And again, if you'd like a personal reading, just tailored to you, for you, all about you, you can get in touch with me on my website, and I'll be sure to put the link to that in the description box below. So thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you back here next month for your September horoscope. Bye for now.